With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's James. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Lambeau.
Down, 18 Gator. 58 right there. I don't think you got it, son.
Young on first down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Young airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 83. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Lambeau. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams...
As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes hits his running back, Melvin Gordon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, 49 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, Rick. 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, stand off. He's checking. Go.
On first down, James. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the ground, it's James. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on third down, Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's into the clear. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recount.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and what a speech he gave that night. See, I can still see him standing up there, and the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's James. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. They run with the fullback Nix. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 19 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Mahomes now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him.
This is intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. It's James, and he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Herbert. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, his throw incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. On first down, it's James. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Demario Davis there on the stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. James. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They run it with James. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. Attack.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you have to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.